What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the FantasyAlarm MLB DFS Playbook Preview Show. We're looking at the Tuesday 11-game DraftKings main slate. Grande, big Tuesday slate per usual for us here. Looks like only one game potentially with some rain. Living in the Boston area, it is literally, not going to lie, weather app shows rain for the next 9 days. So, fun. We may or may not have a delay or play through some wet weather with that Tampa Bay Boston game. We'll have to check out the weather report heading into that 7 o'clock start time there. We have Coors on the slate, San Francisco in Colorado here. Looks like we don't have Sacramento, and obviously we don't have Tampa Bay. So Coors is going to be the big one for us on this one here. Max Fried, Mackenzie Gore, your top two starting pitchers, up over $10,000. Brian Wu and Noah Cameron over $9,000. Sir, Max Fried, best pitcher, maybe one of the best pitchers, maybe in baseball, one of the best pitchers in the American League for sure. Going up against a Kansas City team that doesn't strike out. How confident are we in Fried and Gore in their matchups with as the 10K plays today?
They do strike out more against lefties than they do against righties. Sure. Fried already has 7 strikeouts against them this year. Pretty confident. Good ballpark to pitch in. Obviously, the Kansas City lineup is deeper than it's been. Definitely confident there. Mackenzie Gore can miss bats basically in any matchup he goes into. You know, there's been obviously some weird outings for Mackenzie Gore, but typically, I mean, the floor has been 5 strikeouts this year. Right. So it's really hard to not want to play that. Obviously, Fried has more win equity than Mackenzie Gore. And Brian Wu, every time I think that he's like fully there, he's not. And then he's like, oh, yep, still just kind of okay.
2 home starts, and he's giving up runs, giving up home runs.
Just okay. I mean, even in a 6-inning scoreless game, he had 9 hits allowed. Like, you just are not going to pay off a $9,500 price tag. But as soon as I'm off of him, I'm sure he'll be great, and he'll throw 8 scoreless, and I'll look like a fool. So I'll just defer to you on Brian Wu because I can't get him right.
I agree. Again, and it's also Arizona. It's not like we're hunting Arizona matchups here all that often. Gore, again, we know the strikeout upsides there. Going against the Mets, you know, a lot of guys in that lineup do hit left-handers really well, especially for power. So Fried versus Kansas City, 10-5. Not really going to go Noah Cameron on the other side of that matchup against the Yankees. Not all that appealing for me. We had a question in our Discord the other day about Lance McCullers, and it's like, is this for real? Or is it just matchup based? Goes against Pittsburgh, 6 shutouts, 7 strikeouts, had 12 against the Athletics, had 8 against Seattle. Now he's home versus the White Sox. He's just $8,500 after being 7K and below. We've kind of dogged him a little bit because the velocity's obviously not been wasn't what it was, in years past, but the movement on his pitches is still elite. Generating, obviously, the swings and misses with these strikeouts here. Are we buying into some Lance McCullers?
I have written him up in back-to-back waiver wire articles on FantasyAlarm, trying to yell from the rooftops that he is back. And you know what? I even wrote either in this one or a previous article, I wrote that I was too quick to deem him dead. And I think that's obviously, I'll raise my hand, my bad. But like, he hadn't pitched since 2022 in major leagues. It happens. You take a little bit to get going. It takes a little bit to get going for everybody. George Kirby had 14 strikeouts yesterday or the other day.
Sure did. Yeah.
And, he's coming off a shoulder injury, and then it was like, you know what? Oh, right. I'm good at this thing, but it took me 5 starts. And I'm sure it's going to do the same for Yuri Perez, and I'm sure it's going to do the same for like everyone basically returning that is a human being, right?
Ranger Suarez got lit up in his first start of the year and then went through like shutouts for the next like.
I don't think he's allowed to run this year.
Right?
Like, I don't know.
He had like 7 runs in the first game he started, and then had like shutouts in 3 of the next 4. So
like for McCullers, this is like not just a normal. He's been injured for a long time and multiple serious injuries.
I mean, this was a guy in his prime that was throwing 95, 96, correct. 97. Now he's settling in 90 to 92. And that's where like our major concerns were. And then you just look at like the break in the movement on all of his pitches. And you're like, oh, right. He has a crazy high whiff rate because they're just, they can't catch, what the 28% strikeout rate, because everything's moving so much. It doesn't matter. He's not throwing as hard. They can't put a bat on the ball. So
this would be a career high K per 9 this year for Lance McCullers if it were to hold, and obviously probably doesn't, but the strikeouts are elite. The innings have been elite the last 2 starts. They even pushed him back. I don't know if you saw that. He was supposed to start. It was supposed to be a 2-start week last week. They pushed him back for this start to give him more time. So this will be 6 days of full rest in between starts. So
have you seen his pitch breakdown percentages, by the way? We're talking fastball velo. He throws it 8% of the time.
Yeah, no. He's changed it, and his curveball is as good as ever. He's throwing like all of his other. He throws the slider a lot.
30. So here's, sorry to cut you off. Here's what it is as of now through this year. 33% of the time he's throwing a slider. 21% of the time he's throwing a sinker. 20% of the time it's a changeup. 15% of the time it's a curveball. 8% four seam, 2% cutter. He's just throwing, all shades of smoke at you there, to get you out. So
and you said it. He was a flamethrower that almost like pitched second. And this is something that I feel like as a Yankees fan, like I watched CC Sabathia go through, where like you throw 98, 97, and then suddenly you don't. Right? It's like not everyone is Jacob deGrom throwing 97 and at age 36 and Zach Wheeler getting stronger. So you just like learn how to pitch. And I feel like that's been Lance McCullers. Good ground ball rate still, even with that pitch mix. Like there's a lot of hard contact and stuff. But like all that to say, he faces the White Sox, who are good-ish. Like they're better. The White Sox are a better team than they were last year, 2 weeks ago, for crying out loud.
Miguel Vargas is still homering. So,
Miguel Vargas still homering. Kyle Teal, Mydroth homered the other day. Like they are a better team than they were. Luis Robert even had a multi-hit game, right? Like it's so, but the strikeouts have been legit for McCullers, and I do think that they can continue. So yeah, I think he's going to be popular. I think he should be popular. And I think it's very easy to go there, because we'd typically be like, oh, Dylan Cease. I know he hasn't been mediocre. We'd be like, oh, Dylan Cease is 8,400. We just play that. But he has the Dodgers, so we're not going to play that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, probably not gonna go there. I mean, Pepio's been good. $7,600 for him. Yeah, obviously the Red Sox called up Roman Anthony today. That's the big news of the day. They have the big 3 now in Boston. Pepio, though, has looked great. I can't ever get Chris Bassett correct stack to sack against him or not to sack against him there.
Yeah.
I mean, there really aren't. Kyle Harrison, $6,600. You got him in cores. Would you be willing to throw him in Colorado?
Fine. It's fine. Strikeouts have been underwhelming.
Sure. I mean, obviously, pitch count was a build-up with the first couple of starts, and it gets hammered by the Padres. Lefty against Colorado in cores. Maybe there's some upside there. They do have a 28% strikeout rate versus left-handed pitching on the year, and we just know they're not a good offense in general. Let's see, lefties at home, Colorado, 26% strikeout rate, 210 average, 130 ISO, 270 WOBA, but that's at home for them. So
I feel like I'd rather play for a couple $100 more Griffin Canning, who obviously hit like a little bit of a skid, but like has just outperformed 7,400 largely this year.
Yeah, agreed.
Not trying to just poo-poo Kyle Harrison, but like
I'm looking for just some value. Obviously, Canning, like you said, is a little bit more expensive, but that's fine. You don't
know. Bobby Miller.
Nah, wow.
Well, hold on. I'm checking the probable. Slated for 610, according to Fangraphs.
Oh boy,
is Bobby Miller.
Oh boy,
that's a decision.
He has not been good at AAA.
He's not been good anywhere.
He is not been good.
No, he hasn't been good.
Who is this for? Oh, Gonsolin. Gonsolin on the IL.
So apparently he had a scoreless stretch at the end of May and into June where he was pitching well.
Okay. I think his ERA.
I'm not. Listen, I am not. I promise you, I'm not sitting here being like.
I absolutely will not pitch Bobby Miller tomorrow.
No, I agree. No, I know this is. I am not promoting.
Bobby Miller could be $4,000 tomorrow, and I would not pitch him.
Okay. Do you remember the Chris Davis $600 price tag they made him?
Yes.
If Bobby Miller was $1,000, would you play him?
No, because he'd lose me points.
No.
He would lose. Dude, Chris Davis still went 0-for-4 that day.
John.
$1,000, I guess, probably, right? But like, you're not gaining. What are you gaining by playing $1,000 pitcher?
$7,000 extra dollars to spend on my offense.
Like, if he's not going to score points for you,
I'm just
it's
saying.
better to do. I'd rather play a $2,000 position player knowing they're going to get a 0, so I could spend up for an elite pitcher that might give me 35. There's a chance we play $1,000 Bobby Miller, which obviously isn't the case here, and Aaron Judge still goes 0-for-4. Like, there's I don't know. I'm good. I'm good there, and I know you are too. We're not really talking.
Well, we're making up scenario. We're not. It's not a real scenario. So we don't need to worry about it.
We're wasting time, and
we could be talking about the 3-run home run Ivan Herrera just hit to take the lead.
Did you see the Clark catch?
No, he did it again.
Oh my dude, Gary Matthews Jr.-esque.
Dude, I told you was that on the pre-show we were having this?
Yeah, we had a conversation about him going
Jackie Bradley Jr. discussion.
Yeah, dude.
All right, let's see.
Go check out poor Shanuel. Poor Shanuel. Finally,
dude, he's the best center fielder I've ever seen already.
Shanuel finally puts a little thump behind the ball, and my man goes full body over a wall in center field.
Wait, dude, he's the best center fielder ever.
I mean,
for like 3 weeks.
That catch is unbelievable.
Dude, that's a third home run he's robbed. He's been in major leagues for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I don't know. Let's go to catcher though, and we'll just keep admiring that catch. Unbelievable. Poor Font. He's in trouble in this spot. Colorado is going to absolutely homer off of him. Excuse me. Lefties give him trouble. That ballpark is obviously good for offense, and Carl Raleigh is Carl Raleigh. Cal Raleigh is the is the best.
I was trying to combine his name for you to make it. I was trying to get his name for you, but I couldn't.
I think I was fighting the Boston draw there with the Kyle.
It was a good one.
Cal Raleigh. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's I'm calling it. He's on a homer off of Brandon.
Yeah,
no doubt. absolutely going to homer off of him. If you're not on Kyle Harrison, Hunter Goodman at home is a good play at $4,200.
Agreed. He's been really good.
Yeah,
man,
yeah, really good. Baldwin, if he's in the lineup at 4K, would be nice.
Probably. You're asking too much. That's asking him to play 2 days in a row.
He played today, so probably not. Probably got to go Murphy in there versus Priester. But if it's Baldwin, would get to. Kirk versus McCullers is probably okay at 34.
Yeah, he probably okay. He homered again today. He's great. That guy's raking.
Yep. Let's see.
Jonah Heim against Simeon Woods Richardson. Even though Jonah Heim's a corpse of former Jonah Heim.
Yeah.
Kyle Teal, if you're not playing McCullers.
Yeah, where's he at? He hasn't been off to a great start, but actually, they got a couple hits the other day. I thought he was like 1 for something, but I guess not. 3 for
nope.
3 for 8. 3 for 8's good enough.
Christian Vasquez, Freddie Fermin, they both exist in the world.
Yeah, Darno. Is down there.
Darno hit 5th.
I would play any Padre catcher versus Bobby Miller. I don't care who it is.
Even if they're not taking a bat to the plate.
Maldonado homered off a righty the other day.
Did he?
I don't know.
Missed that one.
Doubled off.
Hey, you know what though? That's good for Martine.
Was. All right. First base. Otani and Freeman get Cease. Alonso, Polar Bear, been awesome. He gets Gore. Olsen versus Priester's great. Wilmer, $4,800. In Aranda versus Giolito at 47. Those two are good. Good.
Yeah. Matt Olson's homering. He homered again today.
Ooh, Bender. Howard Bender, if you checked out his underdog plays, had the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs on Matt Olson tonight.
Oh, he definitely did that for sure. So he homered. I like the Aranda call. Lucas Giolito he was quoted as saying, "Yep, just sucked." Him and Bueller both kind of like
they're owning it because they can't do anything else but.
Well, you have to. I mean, when you suck, you just have what can you say? It's So the Tampa Bay lefties look great. Vladdy against Michaelis is fine. Soderstrom, Soriano is tough to Boston got all those runs against him the last start, but no home runs because he just doesn't allow fly balls. But I would play Soderstrom. I would play Goldschmidt, the Noah Cameron. You and I looked at the Noah Cameron stuff, super lucky, the luckiest pitcher in the history of the game. Now he's has the best start to any season ever. But I would play.
I still don't really understand it because he's not striking anybody out. So
no, it's all just. I mean, all the peripherals
if
say
if he throws a shutout versus the Yankees again, then I don't know what to do. So
right, well, then we know nothing. Then we just have to reconfigure how we think about baseball.
He's just gonna be a soft tossing,
Jamie Moyer.
Yeah. But yes, anything. I mean, Yandy even against Giolito, I would play.
Right.
So
same. Agreed.
No problems at all getting to that. Let's see.
I mean, I know Pepio's been really good. Romy Gonzalez has also been really good, so you can play Romy if he's in the lineup. I don't think he will be, but
yeah, it feels like a Toro first base day.
Yeah,
probably with the left side there.
Toro 34.
Or speaking of, Gavin Sheets against Bobby Miller. Rise at 36.
Would you play? How many times have you played Luis Arraez this year?
This year? How about ever? Maybe a handful of times ever in my life. I played Luis Arraez.
Yeah, I can definitively tell you 0 this year for me.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I don't even think I played him 2 years ago when he was hitting 370 or whatever it was. So maybe an early twin stack because we play twins on this show. So there's probably a chance that he was leading off for Minnesota one day when we 5-jacked a twins lineup. So but you know what? He might hit one of his 6 home runs this year off Bobby Miller. So
sure,
it's anything's possible there. Burleson versus Bassett. We'll let Bassett shut down all the lefties again when we expect them to do well. So Anything else?
Nick Kurtz back, 2,900.
Rowdy, lefty versus Fott, 29.
Lefty against Fott for sure. Both those plays probably. And if you want to punt like Keston, you could play Keston.
Yeah, Keston's still there. All right. Second base up at the top is Cattell, Jazz, Lau, Brandon Lau. Moore will hit from the left side. Anything in worthy?
Dylan Moore does not hit from the left side.
He does not hit from the left side. That's true.
You are a notorious Dylan Moore switch hitter that doesn't exist.
Yeah, Polanco is a switch hitter, and I always think it's Moore. It's Polanco.
Can we classify Polanco as a switch hitter anymore? Does he classify
this year?
now that he can't swing from that side?
Good point. Brandon Lau versus Giolito, as we've talked about, but we have to know if that game's going to play or not, because again, it's going to rain all day. So
true.
Donovan again, lefty versus Bassett. St. Louis is primed. Whole bunch of lefties probably going to be in their lineup.
They sure are.
We'll see what happens, I guess. What else do we look at here? Fitzgerald versus Palmquist, probably 39 rather.
I was going to say he's 29. I just get past
39.
that. Yeah, he'll be really, and he's going to be really popular. Ugh, I hate that. 3,900 for Tyler Fitzgerald.
Maybe this is one of those stretches that he starts to go on.
Yeah, the Jeremy Lin stretch. Yeah.
Cronenworth gets Bobby Miller.
Yep. Mydroth, 32.
Homered the other day.
He did. Powerful dude. You know who's homered? DJ LeMahieu.
Just now?
No, they're not playing. He homered on Sunday.
Okay.
Which is like, I don't know why he's homering, but he is. Thairo Estrada.
Dude, Estrada
possibly hitting second.
$2,800 for him. Mayers, $33K. If you just figure out the Boston stuff there. Anything else?
Chris Taylor, but he's Chris Taylor.
You did give Taylor the shout out the other day. Third base we go then. Up at the top is Devers versus Pepios, 54. Can play Jazz here. Can play Wilmer here. Eugenio, we know a lot of power. Machado at 46 versus Bobby Miller feels right.
It does feel quite good. Machado has been really good. I believe also he started off another double for Machado to start off the Tuesday. Is today Monday? Monday.
Yeah.
Monday slate for Manny Machado. So just keeping the good times rolling for him.
Chapman had X-rays, so I guess we'll see what happens here. Negative, maybe it's got a bruise, but if Chapman is in the lineup, obviously get him in Coors. Yeah. Austin Riley at $4,400 feels too cheap for what he could provide for some power.
3 hits. Yeah, another 3 hits today.
Yeah. Caminero, we know, ridiculous power.
Yes.
At 42. There is Polanco from the left side against Fott. Paredes hits righty as well.
Yep.
Again, if you're not a Dylan Cease guy, Muncie's there at 39. Now that he can see the baseball. Barger versus McCullers at 33.
I like the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
I
mean, we always go against Miles Mikolas, so.
Yeah. I mean, how has he pitched so well? That's what I want to know.
He's had seasons where he just comes out of it
not recent seasons.
No,
recent seasons.
But he's had stretches of seasons where he has comes out of it well.
Yeah, he has a concept of a plan sometimes.
Concept of a plan, yeah. Royce is 27. If you think he gets it going at all. Where will we get Tyler Mahle? We didn't really talk about Mahle at all. Do we think there's a spot for him here against Minnesota?
Yeah, probably. He's been pretty good. Continues to be really good.
Yeah.
You know who is really good in Coors? Ronnie Mauricio was really good in Coors.
Did he have a ball that should have been a homer in every park but Coors?
Yeah, and then the next day, did you see the ball that he made sure was a home run? It went 465 feet.
You like him against Mackenzie Gore, though?
Just a cheap option. I mean, if you're looking for like a cheap option, he is free.
Okay.
But I guess if we're talking free, I didn't look to see. Okay. I was checking the Roman Anthony price. I wanted to see what they gave him.
I don't imagine he's 2K, but
He's not.
Okay. Also, a big chance for him right now. Second and third.
He's
no
up.
outs. Second and third, no outs. Story's up, down 0-2. Anthony on deck. Red Sox down 2 in the bottom of the ninth. So,
boy, wouldn't that be a storybook ending
for
Trevor?
Anthony, yeah.
If he hit a walk-off right in front of Trevor.
If Trevor Story
right
hits
in
a
front
of Roman Anthony.
That would be incredible.
What just happened here?
Flew out to right field.
Okay, there you go.
So Roman Anthony has a chance to walk it off in his debut.
In his debut versus Fairbanks. Or at least tie the game. He's 0 for 3. What a strikeout. So,
do you know what happened in his first at bat? I wasn't watching, but the StatCast said in play no out on his first at bat.
Yeah,
and then quickly changed it to in play out because it was obviously he didn't get a hit.
Well, he also lasered a 111 mile an hour line drive off of Shane Baz earlier in that game as well. His second at bat, I think it was. All right. Shortstop has Lindor, Bobby Witt, CJ Abrams, Zach Nato, Mookie Betts, Jacob Wilson, Jeremy Pena. All very viable plays depending on your lineup control.
Yeah, so seem like pretty good players.
In play runs.
Base
Ground ball, the short.
Out. RBI, best RBI of the.
He got one. He got one in.
Look at that.
One closer.
See, we could have been doing this weeks ago.
Listen, you know what? Beforehand, those guys weren't getting those ground ball outs.
It's fair. Trevor Story was just striking out.
Dude launched 88 miles an hour on the ground ball.
Holy cow. You should have seen the launch angle on that one. 5 degrees.
Anyways, Pena up was great here.
Yep.
I'm even showing the screen. There we go. Making sure I'm showing the screen. Literally obviously Bobby Witt has the hardest matchup.
But he's Bobby Witt.
Seager's been very, very, very bad. But he's got Simeon Woodford just in here at 45. So
because he's always hurt.
Yeah. But he's not been hurt lately since he's come back. He's on an 0 for what is this? 30?
It's pretty bad.
12, 6, 18, 0 for 22. 0 for 22.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Willie versus lefty in Coors. None of that makes any sense, but it's Coors, so maybe. Never. I guess we don't know. Bichette's there. Caballero. I don't know. Willie Diamond has been horrific. So
I'm not saying I didn't say what he hasn't.
I can't believe someone looked at his splits and then gave him all that money. Made no sense.
He's obviously not this bad, but he's been
is he not? I don't know. I guess you're right. He at least hit 200 from on the road.
So I'm saying, he's not this bad, but this is terrible.
I don't know what's going on there. I'm sorry, getting distracted by Gamecast. We had an in-play no out, but no run scored. That feels like something's broken there. Yeah, okay. Tie game. Christian Campbell. Love it. All righty. Correa, you've been on him at 37. There's the Male matchup. Xander. I'd play Xander versus Bobby Miller. I'd play anything versus Bobby. I'd play you versus. I'd play Howard Bender versus Bobby Miller. Bender would hit cleanup. You'd probably put one in the stands.
Got it.
Anything else for you at shortstop?
Yeah, Ryan Ritter.
Oh, Ryan Ritter.
Shortstop for the Rockies.
Is he a shortstop for your FSGA team?
He is a shortstop for my FSGA team as well.
I got Kyle Teal for $26.
I got Kyle Teal as well. Running him, Jack, and Ritter. Wow. All the rookie squad in the FSGA.
Hey, Jack went 4 for 4 the other day.
He did. But dude, Ritter was really good in AAA before his call up. Bunch of home runs. $2,500. and we just kind of talked about it. Like San Francisco has a pretty good bullpen post Kyle Harrison, but we talk about this all the time. If Kyle Harrison sucks, those good members are not pitching in this game. Like the Ryan Walkers of the world will pitch this game, which is a good thing because Ryan Walker can't get anyone out. But just like, so I do think there's a lot to like about the cheap Rockies. And they've been a little better, right? They've been a little better for what it's worth.
Sure. They won a series.
I guess that classifies as being better. Just in
they hadn't won one before. So
that's true.
All right. Outfield again, large slate. So all of the big names are here. I don't even know who I wouldn't play, I guess, of this group.
Oh, would never play Judge, would never play Ohtani, would never play Wood,
would never play again,
wouldn't play him, wouldn't play Corby homered, wouldn't play him.
Yeah.
Juan Soto got on base 7 times.
Are we not talking enough Angels, or we just not hit the Angels they talk about yet? Mitch Spence is on the mound.
Yeah, he pitched really good the other day.
Out of the bullpen, right?
No, he started.
He was his first. Is that one of the days we didn't know he was starting?
I think they're so confusing, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, they said they were moving him back into the rotation.
Okay.
So he is now back in the rotation because they don't have any pitching. They all, aren't
Angels
very
are putting
good.
up a bunch of runs right now when whoever is pitching for the A's.
Jeffrey Springs.
Yeah, I'm not.
They did start an opener. They did start an opener over in front of Jeffrey Springs.
And that night could be way worse if not for our guy Clark in center field.
It could. It's true.
All right, Josh Lowe's 5K. You have Tatis versus Bobby Miller at 49. Chorio versus Holmes is 48. Yelich is 46. Jackson Merrill's 47.
Okay, you're going back. I mean, we can't just ignore Barry Heliot Ramos Bonds.
That's fair.
Against Palmquist, can we?
Yeah, lefty Ramos versus lefty in Coors. Yeah, all right, that's fair. All right, that's fair.
Like, if we're playing one giant, it's this guy.
I just focused in on Bobby Miller matchup, so that's my fault.
I know. No, I know. But, like, yeah, hand up, it's on you. It's not on me. I'm not saying...
You reeled us back. You reeled us back.
We will...
Your job. Yeah.
We will absolutely be playing... If there's one giant, we are playing that one right there.
That's fair. Lawrence Butler's been really good. He's 46.
He has been really good, dude. It's just my problem. Soriano is just so hard to homer off.
Yeah.
He's so hard to homer off. But if Lawrence Butler has 3 doubles, I don't care.
Yep. Maybe steals a bag. Who knows?
Steals a bag. Sure.
Yeah, this is lefty, but again, could probably do that. Newt Bars, lefty versus Bassett.
Yep. Ward, 43.
Yeah, Ward for power.
Jordan Beck, 42. Jordan Beck's been good again, kind of.
Sure. Larnix 4K. Yeah, Roman Anthony's 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Again, kind of a tough spot, but the dude hit a 500-foot grand slam a couple days ago, so anything is really possible there.
He's going to be like, for his first 16. You're like, yeah, but do you remember that 700-foot grand slam he hit it?
Probably true. I mean, was it Cags went like 0 for 8?
Yeah. No, dude, Rafael Devers was 0 for 16 with 15 strikeouts.
Over 21. It was over 21.
whatever it was. Like, he's okay.
Yeah. How do we get Chandler Simpson back in the league? That's what I want to know.
I mean, it's trending that way. I don't think Magnum's got a hit since he got called up, or activated.
He's 2 for 4 with an RBI tonight. So.
Well, you know what? If you look at his page now,
Misner though, that guy's trash. So.
Misner 3 for 21. Maybe I was thinking of him. One of those.
You might have been thinking of him. Let's see here. We talked to Ozuna. Ozuna price keeps going down. I get he's hurt, but like 3,800.
Evan Carter homered.
Yeah, Carter's there. Gavin Sheets can play here as well. Sedan's been good. Had a chance to win the game, didn't. So. Victor Scott's a lefty versus Bassett.
Oh God, I don't know why anyone would ever pick up Victor Scott, but holy cow,
some people do. Some people pick up Victor Scott. I don't know. Some people pick up Yastrzemski versus lefties. It doesn't. Let's see here. Are we gonna get Encarnacion in the lineup?
Probably, but he's Rafael Devers-ing it up right now.
A lot of power in that guy's bat, though.
He does have a ton of power.
Cat $3,300 was freed. Probably not gonna go there.
Probably a pass.
Probably no thanks. Willie Castro. Leote's got DFA'd. Poor Leote's.
He'll find his way onto the Rockies.
Yeah, I mean, somewhere, right? They called up Canzoni, right? That's
it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Who needs an outfielder? Leote find his way to like Pittsburgh? Is he like a good Pirate?
I mean, I don't know.
I think he's a good Pirate.
Probably a lot of teams could. Pittsburgh could probably use a lot of players. Cam Smith.
You're just laughing. You're just laughing that he's. Is he not a good Pirate? Is that
it might be. I don't know. Cam Smith 3K.
Cam Smith 3K. Whoa, we're back, huh? 3K.
I know. I mean,
Daniel Johnson's a lefty. I was gonna say he's been playing this the Giants been playing this Daniel Johnson guy, but he's a lefty. Can't do that.
Tenny's 29, Class A. Our boy Clark got nothing with the bat still. Actually, you know what? Been a little better with the bat.
A little better. Serviceable with the bat. Class A just hit a game-tying home run.
Wow.
For the Blue Jays.
Mangum just ripped the single. So
I guess
107 off Chapman, dude.
Hold on. We're just gonna confirm going into this game. Go click on Magnum 3,900 on this slate. Because this has not updated yet.
147. He was 5 for 34. Well, he is 3 for 5 tonight, and Chapman's about to. Thanks to the Ghost Runner, Chapman's about to give up this lead. So.
Yeah, the Ghost Runner is still.
Ghost Runner needs to go away.
Still a terrible idea.
Never good. All right, let's build a lineup here. I think we settled in on McCullers for.
We'll get for the core. Yeah, McCullers for sure.
McCullers for the core.
Is Bobby Miller's pitching like we're right?
Probably gonna go Fitzgerald here for the chalk, right? Do like him and Wilmer. Do you play Wilmer at third?
Yeah.
And then Ramos.
Well, what is our first baseman? I guess it just depends on what we want to do at third versus what we want to do at first.
Well, we liked pretty much everybody like Naylor up at first, so for the most part, like if we did like a Ronda or spending up, what was our Bobby Miller first baseman? Sheets play Sheets at 37.
Yeah.
All right. So McCullers, Fitzgerald, Flores, Ramos. What else do we want to put here for the final piece of the puzzle?
Oh boy. Who did we want to target? I mean, there's a lot of bad.
Going against Bobby Miller with the Padre. Oh, so that's what we did. We wanted Machado. So what if we did Machado? Because Machado's price was good. 46. And we go Wilmer.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
At first. 48. All right. You'll definitely need to find some value, but there's value on this slate, so you can make that work. McCullers, Flores, Fitzgerald, Machado, Ramos as our core. We'll put the full lineup in the Discord per usual. Myself and Keith Eister will be live at 5 p.m. Eastern time to get you guys ready for this 11-game main slate. Until then, everybody, we'll catch you later.